Every Nigeria city or aspiring city should learn something from the collapse of Warri as oil city. Warri was a big industrial hub in the 70s through the 90s. Warri Refinery, NNPC, DSC, Delta Glass, Shell, Chevron, Schlumberger, Dunlop, Ajip, Saipem, Halliburton were in full operation back then. Escravos and Forcados were at their peak. The city thrived. It was full of zeal and zestful activities. People living outside hardcore Warri called themselves Wafarians because of propinquity to Warri, even though they were not Wafarians. To be a Wafarian was to belong to supposedly a unique lifestyle. Multinational and local banks were present: Citibank, FBN, ACB, Savannah Bank. Business activities thrived. Warri Port was a beehive of economic activities. Entertainment and nightlife was at its peak, with musicians, live bands at Palm Grove Hotel, comedians held their sway. Fela, legendary Don Baker, Majek Fashek, Emma Gray, Oritz Waliki, Rex Lawson were a few of many of the entertainers that made Warri ebullient. Lido, Zena, etc. were comparable to their ilks anywhere. The town was full of life and it thrived. McDermott Road was busy with maritime activities and contractors. Kingsway Mall offered anything sold in Lagos at that time. Joma and Mosheshe were big fish distributors across the Niger Delta. Rubber produced locally was used to produce plastics and tires. The town grew in size and became a conurbation with people coming from all over the country to settle down in Warri for economic activities. The airports were super busy: Escravos, Forcados, and Warri Airport. The Warri Airport was even relocated to Osubi for expansion. Warri was reveling in its glory. Warri Port was fully operational and served as an economic booster for the city. It served businesses in Warri, Benin, Asaba, and Onitsha. The port created huge employment opportunities for locals and the state. Things started to go downhill from the late 90s. The community leaders and youth chairmen began to fight themselves over control and sharing formula for royalties that came from oil and businesses from settlers. Itsekiri, Urhobo, and Ija leaders and youths started fighting each other. The bloody fight started around 1999 and lasted for years till 2003 or 2004. The community leaders started imposing local taxes called DEV on all companies, industries, and local businesses, buildings, and projects. Little by little, the companies, frustrated, started leaving. This continued throughout the early 2000s till 2010. The companies kept on leaving, one after the other. The companies laid off their employees. Unemployment rose sharply. More companies left for PH, Lagos, Aqua Ibom. They laid off even more staff. Unemployment increased still further. Today, all that is left in Warri is a shadow of its glorious past. 95% of all the big companies in Warri have either left or closed down. Most of the young people have left Warri. The ones left are driving Kiki, doing point-of-sale services, operating spas or boutiques, running beer parlors, or engaging in hookup services. There's peace now, but the damage the greedy community leaders did to Warri still lingers on and is almost irredeemable at this point. Do not assume that your city or even Nigeria cannot be destroyed if it toes the same route Warri followed. Warri leaders did not ever believe that Warri would be this economically empty today while they were fighting then. Learn from Warri and protect our economies.